Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of the 2021 Bros for Change Charity Classic. This is lead card final round back 7. This event's sponsored by Bros for Change and our coverage sponsor is RPM Discs. My name is Chris Hoopmann.
And I'm Jeremy Brokenshire.
It's going to be a very exciting finish to this awesome tournament. It's been so great to play this extended course at Brooker Ave. What an awesome course in Christchurch.
Here we have Jasper, our leader, on 21 down overall, 1 down for the round. Hot on his heels is John Hughes on 19 down, 5 down. Hot round for John.
Ashton is tied for third with Willie Taratna, 1 down for the round, 14 down overall. And Jaden, tough round for him. He's at plus 11 for the round and plus 2 overall. Struggling a little bit.
Ouch.
Yeah, we all have those rounds and they're not super fun. Hole 15, par 3, 52 metres, just a little shorty after the graveyard.
Raised basket as well. OB road round the back and the right hand side. This has got to be a dagger out of John, surely. Maybe a little ace run.
I think that was a little run. And he's fallen pretty safe, to be honest, so that's not a bad result.
That's his tequila sunrise dagger. As he calls it. Or as I call it.
AVR X3 from Jasper. Beautiful. Just keeps it right down the middle.
I like that grabby putter approach play into the screen. Just making sure there's no skip. Just nestling up right next to the Lego blocks that the basket's on.
Collecting them. And a forehand out of Jaden to keep it safe. And boy, howdy is that safe. Just circles edge. Pretty scary putt, to be honest, back towards the OB.
Yeah, that's probably one I'd be laying up, but like said,
why not?
He's got to run them. Final round, final holes, you've just got to go for it.
Bird's eye view. Oh, just high.
John's been missing high a lot this final round. I mean, it's not a bad miss. At least he's committing to it.
Oh, what a sad roll.
Yeah, summing up Jaden's round a little bit here. Won't be too happy with that, but Jasper will be happy with that.
Just pushing out that buffer a little bit from John. Ashton taking his time. Getting the birdie. Wonder if he's aware how well Willie's playing and just trying to hold on to third.
John tapping out par.
No dramas. Just noticed this one doesn't have a flag on the top, so wonder if it was a bit harder with the wind. No one could get a read on it.
Moving on to hole 16, 86 metres, relatively straightforward hole, more or less a spike hyzer for both our lefties or our righties. A few little guardian trees, but not really making too much of a nuisance for any of our players.
Jasper throwing a star T-bird on a big wide hyzer. Letting it fade back into the green, maybe a touch wide. Ooh, I think he fell, just outside the circle to the left there. An arty from Ashton. Very reliable disc for him. And as you can see, does the job on this hole. That was lovely.
It looks like John's new Hughes. He's been leaning on this quite hard throughout this tournament. Nice overstable fairway there from RPM.
And showing how overstable it is. Leaking left. That'll be circle's edge putt for John. And a firebird from Jaden. Also leaning on a firebird quite heavily.
Yeah, nice overstable disc in the wind. Reliable fade.
And just coming up a touch short, but getting the applause from the card.
Hole 16 definitely playing a little bit further than 86 metres it felt like on the weekend. Perhaps that headwind coming into play a little bit.
Ooh, just short.
John flashing that dagger, cashing it in.
Boom.
Well-deserved replay from outside circle 1 there for John.
Bam. Getting the backstop of the cage there.
I love John's form. His putt looks smooth, his drive looks smooth. Just everything looks like it's clicking.
Yeah, I mean, he's so consistent and just effortless. Like, to an untrained eye, you would almost say John's technique looks like he's like, and like, he doesn't quite understand good form, but it's just that it works for him.
It's just butter. It's just
Yeah.
smooth. Love to see it.
So Jasper and John trading birdies as we head into this back 7 onto hole 17, par 4 back on the regular Brooker course. This one is a big crush, hoping to get to this flax that you see in the middle of your screen. Obviously the road on the left is OB and the basket just beyond the flax.
Definitely a hole that is almost reachable for some of the bigger crushes in Christchurch. 135 metres with, I believe, a tailwind?
Yeah, it would have been a tailwind today.
John's ripped
Oh, this
that.
looks incredible.
Get around that flax bush. He's got around the flax bush and into circle. He's parked it.
That is outrageous. And we get a Bros for Change replay to watch this in its full glory once more.
Love seeing all the replays on this footage. Really.
So that was a nuke out of John, the same one that he almost reached the mouth of the green on hole 14.
Again, just barely looking like he threw it, eh? 130 metres out of John and just looks like an upshot.
And there's a C-Line PD2, also the same disc that Jasper threw on hole 14, so I mean they're pretty similar throws, to be honest.
That's massive out of Jasper, but
Yeah.
I do have to say, comparing Jasper's form and John's form, Jasper looks like he's throwing it, but
Yeah, John just
wow.
looks like he just strolls up and has a chuck.
nice
That's
little strike there out of
completely serviceable.
Jaden. Should have a jump prod approach for an easy bird, hopefully.
And Ashton probably not used to being outdriven.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll be back in the field working on his distance after that one.
But that's fine. Gets up there with his approach.
Jasper with a look for eagle as well.
Obviously knowing that John's got a tap in.
Oh, just low.
Oh, so
He wanted that one.
This is going to bring it to one stroke. It's getting exciting.
This is coming down to the wire. Jaden
Little doinker from Jaden.
almost looks like he's given up a little bit at this point.
He just has to get through it. It's a bit of a grind. Good birdie from Ashton. Look at this turkey. Great finish. Well, great start to the final 7 holes.
That's what you got to do if you got to chase down those leaders. Is you got to birdie out.
Come on, John.
But
Big eagle from John.
John said, "Yeah, catch me if you can," because
I've got some blue on my scorecard.
yeah, even with the birdie, Ashton's not gaining strokes on him on that hole.
Or hey, I mean, this is exciting. We've got one stroke in it, and there's not too many holes to go.
Moving on from our easiest hole of the day onto hole 18, par 4, 150 meters, carrying over this OB kids area, over the OB road onto the green with some dense flax and some guardian trees as a backstop. You really want to beat this bush straight off the tee on the left and get past the cabbage trees in the middle as John just decides to go over everything.
And toying with the road, but lands short. That was his nuke again. Probably just didn't get the turn that he needed to make the full distance into the green, but I'm well aware that he can.
It's probably good he didn't, honestly, because he probably would have been on the road if he turned it.
That is a Destroyer. No, sorry. DD3
He's
from Ashton.
destroyed that if it was a destroyer. He's over the road.
It's a Destroyer 3.
Yeah, what?
But this is a Destroyer from Jasper. Keeps it very wide, probably wider than he wants.
Looks like it's going just before the road. That's nice. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, wide open, easy approach. And this is a Shrike from Jaden. I mean, to me, this seems like a pretty difficult throw for a lefty. It just looks like it's not quite shaped as I don't know, just the way that the hole's shaped.
He's also
Maybe I'm not.
nailed the landing zone though, so Jaden not finding any problems.
Little flip up approach for Jasper, and that is perfect. Oh, splits the middle, Jasper. Sorry, Jaden.
Overturning it a little bit, perhaps rolling the wrist on that flick.
And a nice, simple, almost a run for John.
Maybe wanting to go back-to-back eagles. He's a madman.
Tricky for Ashton. Interesting that he goes for the Anheuser.
I can't believe he's deep at the pin. That's massive.
Great approach.
What?
Ashton not super confident with the forehand, so I believe it's an area of his game that he's trying to work on.
Hey, if the backhand turnover works,
yeah,
he's currently
very,
sitting in third, so
he's very good with that turnover, so it's working for him.
no arguments there.
Jasper with the birdie, Ashton with the birdie.
On a hot streak, it's 4 in a row now from
That's
Ashton.
crazy. I mean, he's sitting at 18 under, but then you see Jasper and John neck and neck, 24 and 23 under. I mean, they've got a pretty healthy lead.
Hole 19, tough hole, tunnel shot, 100 meters, par 3. OB fence long and some natural OB on the left. And right, really. That tree on the right is thick.
Yep. John.
Piping one down the middle.
My goodness.
As Ashton says, he is on.
Going long of the basket, down the tunnel.
For anyone who's played this hole, that's impressive. Bit of a hyzer flip to flat and just fading out.
Drifting down.
Scooting long. That's sick.
Where's Ashton going to go?
Following.
Also down the middle, falling safe.
Good kick out into the middle.
An instinct from Ashton.
If you miss the gap on this hole, that's what you want. Either if you miss left or right, you want to kick back out into the middle.
Big spike hyzer from Jasper.
Damn.
And full safe. Gets over. That's just outside circle's edge. And this is looking like a spike hyzer from Jaden as well. So we get to see both sides. Maybe a touch flatter than he wanted out of the hand.
Come back.
Just
Cutting through.
Filtering in.
Finally finding a bit of luck there for Jaden. Getting through that guardian bush. Ooh, Ashton, limbs. Not an ideal approach there. Smooth jump putt.
Yeah, long bid. Basket high.
Good layup to save his bogey.
And yeah, Jasper got some work to do to slow John down.
Looks like Ashton's birdie streak will come to an end.
Abruptly with the bogey.
Unfortunate there for Ashton. He was putting in a good bid.
Ooh. Jaden drawing some metal off the top. So I believe this is for birdie and for a tie of first place.
And what a hole to get the
Cashes
birdie
it.
on.
What a stretch from John.
We
Birdie,
thought
eagle, birdie, birdie.
We thought Ashton's streak was good, but John's just one-upped him.
Huge.
And tied the lead with Jasper.
And, I mean, it kind of looks like he's not even trying. Like, I don't know how he does it.
I don't know either. I've been wondering that for years.
He's got ice in his veins.
Perhaps that's what you need.
Yeah. Casual approach. Onto hole 20, the second last hole, par 3, 80 metres. Mando left off the tee to go around the way the drone's flying. And yeah, just basically a forehand or a turnover.
If your name's Ashton.
Yeah, if your name's Ashton.
Or John.
Or John, apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a dagger out of John.
Yeah, it could be.
I think it's a Peewalker.
Peewalker? I mean, that's what he parked the last hole with, so... Nice straight fly for him. I'm not even sure if he was trying to go for the green on that. He might have just been trying to lay up, put the pressure on Jasper. Oh, yeah. This is looking good from Jasper.
Spiky.
Oh,
I almost
beautiful.
draining it. That would have been a cool little ace.
Great answer from Jasper, putting the pressure on John.
Bit of back and forth here.
This hole shapes up great for Jaden. Until it hits one of those trees.
Jaden's just had a bit of a rough round.
Happens to the best of us.
It does, but it's not the round. The final round on a 4-round tournament is not the one that you want it to happen in, but you win some, you lose some.
Ashton throwing a ABR 3. And this will be his Jaden's gator. Oh, a little no-looker around the body. Not a bad result. Good scramble. Circle's
tough
edge.
Stance from, resulting in circle's edge. Not too bad there.
Big look for John. Can he drain it?
Oh, inches.
That was looking amazing. He's had a few of those this round. That would have just brought the house down. That would have been unreal.
John's had so many putts that have just missed low or just missed high. And I believe he had a rough first round, shooting +3 as well. So
great comeback to be basically neck and neck for the win. Just goes to show, even if you're not shooting as hot as you would like in the first round, anything can happen. Cool birdie from Jasper.
Jasper, really good answer back to put one stroke ahead of John moving into the final hole.
Really high pressure putt, and he did really well. Some good chat. You love to see it as we head into our final hole. Hole 21, par 4, 150 metres. I love the changes on this one for the tournament. Double Mando right of the first goalpost, left of the second goalpost. Basically everything in the tournament HQ area is OB, and these bales are fencing off the fairway as we turn right around the goalpost and head down towards the basket through this little tunnel, which makes it quite hard to access the basket. Also OB left and long of the basket.
Great hole, great change. Would love to see this on the normal Brooker course also. We have Jasper up first, throwing a destroyer. And now really, like, the play for Jasper is to put one in the landing zone, lay one up for birdie, and hopefully walk away with the win. But
I mean, depending on what John does, he could lay up for a par, depending on how much pressure there is. This is a DD3.
Oh my god.
DD3 from John, and that is blitzed.
I was lucky to see this drive in person. We were finishing our round walking back, and had that not hit the trees deep, that would have probably either hit a car or gone over the road long. It was...
That's like 170?
Oh, at least. It was
insane.
It was the biggest drive I've ever seen.
Unfortunately, completely missed the Mando. So that has pretty much handed Jasper the win unless something drastic happens from now until he taps out. But I guess John just had to do something. Like, he was stroked down. He just had to go nuts. Like,
perhaps the smarter play would have been to
lay up and put the pressure on.
Yeah,
maybe
move the pressure back onto Jasper. Have him to execute a shot.
Oh, but check this out. Wow.
That's a rip from the drop zone.
A laser beam from the drop zone. I don't know. John's the kind of guy who I think just is out for a good time and just, you know, whatever happens, happens.
I don't think he wanted a playoff either. I think he just wanted to put the hammer down and just be like, nah, Jasper, if I'm winning this tournament, I'm eagling this impossible hole.
Yeah.
And taking the win. But Jasper's still got some work to do.
Yeah. Come up a touch short, but I mean, hey, at this point he can lay up and get the easy win, and let's hope he lays up.
Yeah, let's hope he took some notes from Charteris, but we did see earlier that he did lay up and played some smart golf, so I reckon he's got this.
Ashton catching that tree at the front of the tunnel. Yeah, that'll play. That's fine.
Good up there from Ashton.
Can John get a sneaky dagger putt? Ooh, bit too low.
And our final hole of the day coming in at 4.11, just playing pretty much right on par.
And that's what we want to see. And as we see Jasper laying up for the par,
Love to see
very
it.
sensible. Jaden, can he get the final putt? No. Unfortunate. Jaden's been having a rough round. He'll just be happy to tap this one in and finish up.
I think he'll be ready to hop on a plane and get out of here. But
John finishing it on a bogey at minus 23 for the tournament. Ashton with a par, finishing at 17 under. Jaden with a par, finishing at 4 over. Really unlucky final round. But there we see Jasper with the win.
Congrats to Jasper on the win. I believe that's his second win now. Man, really came down to the wire with John.
What a push at the end there.
He almost got it, and he could have. I would have really liked to see John put a bit of pressure on Jasper and see how he reacted.
How we see the scores, final results for the tournament. Jasper van der Meer taking it out, 25 under par. John Hughes in second at 23 under par. Willie tied with Ashton in the end at 17. Willie with a hot round of 9 under. Also Joseph Berry at 9 under, getting tied 5th with Liam Patterson, the local boys.
Love to see those Christchurch boys just putting their hammer down to the rest of the country who was able to make it out to this tournament.
Big ups to Bros for Change and RPM for putting this on. It was fantastic to see everyone out and about battling the weather for this awesome cause. So many sponsors involved for this one, so it was awesome to see everyone out there. My name's Chris Hoopmann.
I'm Jeremy Brokenshire.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.